And now we move on to something a little different. And not just because this is an anime film, because this is a Detective Conan film. And yeah, some of you are probably wondering what that is. Well, um, some of you, some of you might actually recognize it more as Case Closed. That's I think that's what it was called in the original Japanese, or and maybe some of you don't know that. But anyway, so this what this is that it's based on a I think it is it's based on a manga about this is pretty crazy premise about a genius detective teenager who is caught by bad guys who turn him into a kid, and now he's living the rest of and now he's living his life now as a kid, solving mysteries with a bunch of other kids. And yeah, it's the lore behind this already, because this manga series we've just turned into an anime series has been going on for years and years now, and the lore just become deeper and deeper and more convoluted. I mean, as far as I know, I've only seen a few of these films, but at the beginning of every film, they recite the basic premise, as well as some things that have happened since then, to catch you up with some of the things that have happened in the continuity of the film that you're watching, and they give you a bunch of information about characters and stuff so that you be able to understand the stuff in the movie. So the point is, this is a long running series with a lot of history, but these movies, I've only started watching them just a few years ago. There was the first one I saw in theaters was this one called Scarlet Bullet, and I really enjoyed it. It was a good mystery. It was action packed. It was tense. It was and as I said, they at the beginning of each of these movies they recap a bunch of things. So that's very good for newcomers to come in who've never seen the series or know very little about the series, so that they can just enjoy the movie for what it was, and that's really good. And the second movie that I saw, it was also enjoyable. It was a bit predictable. Villain was very obvious, but still enjoyed it. And now this one is called a Black Iron Submarine. This one is a little bit different because, you know, based on the premise and stuff. There's this overarching villain of the series who, I mean, maybe shows up in like the shadows and cameos and a bunch of other things. It's one of those things where, um, you know, the series continues on with the character solving a whole bunch of mysteries and confronting all kinds of villains. But there's always the overarching villain who will come back maybe every now and then and stuff. But now we've come back to this this main big organization, big villainous group that did this to the lead protagonist from the very start, and who weren't present in the previous movie. So, in a sense, I guess this movie is like, it's trying to it's a more relevant movie, I guess, because it's continuing on with the main overarching story. But just a little bit, of course. I don't know how long they're gonna keep making these movies. I mean, I'm assuming with making this movie, they're thinking about trying to approach their end game, but I don't know, because stuff happens in this movie, but not a lot of it is too consequential. But they do leave they kind of sort of answer some questions, but also leave a few ones. Introduces new ones for you to get excited about for future stories. Of course, that's how all this works. So anyway, in this movie, there's this world police force that's created this like AI facial recognition technology. Yeah, you know how it is. It's that kind of thing. But the bad guys want it, and so they kidnap the inventor of it. But they also kidnap one of Conan's friends who used to be part of the organization. And so the stakes are these people's lives are in danger, and Conan's gonna have to try to save them, and as well as solve, pick up clues in order to solve this huge mysteries that's occurred at the beginning surrounding this AI system and these kidnappings and stuff. So, you know, um, there's not really much to say in terms of um, what this thing, what's unique, or what's maybe groundbreaking, or is so blows your mind about this movie, because it is a very basic mystery action movie, but you take that for what it is, and it's very it is very enjoyable. It's a good mystery. They keep your intrigue throughout, and it's exciting. Especially people who probably you know have grown up with these characters and have enjoyed them, and we get to see some of their stories progress here. That's probably very exciting for them. There's there are real stakes involved, because now we're not just dealing with the lives of new characters, but also characters who have been in the show for a long time. So I'm sure for fans, this was very exciting. For me personally, who doesn't know much about it, I enjoyed it. Uh, yeah, just fine. It was a good movie. As I said, it was a good. I mean, I don't want to say who done it kind of thing, because it's not really a murder. Although probably don't shouldn't say anymore, otherwise I'll spoil anything. But it's a very engaging detective story, and it's very action packed. It's well animated, of course. It's beautiful, and of course they take advantage of all this for the action scenes and everything. All these movies are just gorgeous, and they're exciting, really high spectacle action. But it is also it's a high tension, intriguing kind of story to keep your attention throughout, with some cool characters, and also very likable characters as far as the protagonists go. So yeah, if you get a chance to see this, go check it out, and go check out some of these other movies. Even if you're not a fan of this series, I would never call myself a fan exactly, but I got to see a few of these movies, and I really enjoyed them. And you probably might too, even if you're not haven't been following the series. So yeah, Detective Conan, Black Iron Submarine, and just these movies in general. Go check them out if you can, and see you in the next one. Bye.